Guys, gather around. Got something to say before we go see this movie. As you all know, Roger Ebert died this week. He was a great reviewer. It's one of the reasons that I started this show. Even my moniker at the end of the episodes, we'll see you in the movie line. That's an homage to him saying, we'll see you at the movies. One of my greatest regrets is not being able to meet this man in person. And I think it's important to think about why all of us got started on OTRR in the first place.
You said you'd start paying us eventually?
Besides that.
I'm trying to find my long-lost father.
Besides that.
Because I get to do stuff like this. Mechanicking.
Besides that.
So I can advertise my upcoming comic book?
No, because we love movies.
Oh.
Ebert loved movies, so do we. So I'm thinking that we need to review this movie with the same gusto and entertainment value that he would have in our boots.
Yeah!
He had a passion for film. Even when he was trashing the crap out of a movie, he still loved the movie-going experience. And that's what On the Road Reviews is all about.
Yeah!
So I say, let's review this movie. And for Gene Siskel, the nostalgia critic, and all the other people that actually do make money off of this kind of stuff. Who's with me? Get back here. Who's with me?
Yeah!
Correct! Who is ready to see G.I. Joe Retaliation? Give me a Yo Joe.
Yo!
Joe!
I didn't say
Oh.
Phil, can you?
I got it.
I'm good. All right, guys. Let's review this thing. Team Paul! Team I pooped in the car. Who wrote that crap?
Too late, done filmed it, let's go.
Welcome back to our tens of fans. G.I. Joe Retaliation. Oh my God, am I stoked about this. Joining me tonight, in the back, we have...
Chocolate Thunder, woo!
A.K.A. Jenny.
A.K.A. Jenny.
That's her G.I. Joe code name.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And... Keith.
Hello. Aloha. Third thing.
Third thing. And riding shotgun, man in the camera, we have...
Yay!
Super Phil. How's everybody doing?
Ja, das gut. We are doing good today.
Sleepy.
Sleepy?
Sleepy. This movie will either be good or a great nap. We'll see.
Yeah, this movie's gonna be great, but I may throw up in the middle. So.
Of excitement.
Of excitement.
It's gonna be like, oh my God, this is so hot!
I don't think I've ever done that before.
It's okay, stick with me, kid. I'll show you how it's done.
And this is Team Paul. I'm Josh from Team Paul.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm Isaac.
And I'm Sarah.
And there goes Team I Pooped in the Car. We're also gonna go see G.I. Joe what's the subtitle on this one? The first one was Rise of
Retribution!
Is it Retribution?
Retribution!
It's Retribution?
Retribution!
Suck at this, Sarah.
No shit! Somebody else take the camera.
Can't. You're in the camera taking spot.
You never heard that song? It's like a sexy song you put on when the lights go down.
No, it's an elevator song.
Oh, that's right.
Well, it could be a sexy elevator song.
Yeah.
How many floors do we got?
How many? 5, that's enough.
Challenge
Get it done.
accepted. Okay, so G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that thing.
Okay, we've got Channing Tatum back as Duke. That's cool.
That's a person.
Magic Mike!
Dear God. Yes, he was in that. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Oh yeah. He's always awesome.
I like what he's cooking.
Huzzah!
I see what you did there. Ray Park is Snake Eyes. I mean, you know, it's Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes! You want me to go longer for that one?
No. No.
Yeah, I figured them.
One per month is enough.
Yeah. I think it's still going on from last month.
So G.I. Joe, like, there's this movie where these people are like army guys, but like real good at it. So they make them like super special army guys, and they call them the G.I. Joes. And there's this one guy, he's got a sword and doesn't talk a lot. His name's Snake Eyes because he's got like eyes like a snake and doesn't talk. And there's another guy, his name's like Duke or something. And another guy, his name's like Ripcord or something. And another guy whose name is like Joe or something, but I don't think he's part of the team. I think he's just an extra. And then there's this other guy who's like got red hair. I think her name is Scarlet, and she's not a guy.
But yeah, it seems like we're missing several cast members from the last movie, but for the most part, they were kind of the unimportant ones, except for Scarlet. Kind of missing Scarlet.
And there's this one guy who's a girl, and she's not a guy, and her name is Baroness, and she was a bad guy, but now she's a good guy, but she used to be a bad guy, but she was a good guy before she was a bad guy, but the bad guys made her into a bad guy, and now the good guys are going to turn her into a good guy.
But we have Adrian Palicki as Lady J. I'm cool with it. So who else is excited?
Who's Lady J? I don't know who that is.
Probably someone hot.
Probably.
She is. You having fun, Phil?
Yeah. This season we're focused on quick cuts.
It's like an action movie.
Yeah. We got the quick cuts and then we got the slow pan.
Yes.
Trying to broaden the repertoire.
Next time we'll just duct tape the camera to the ceiling and do some Alfred Hitchcock stuff. Seems appropriate.
But we'll need the birds hitting the car.
That'll happen anyway. There's one now.
Sometimes hobos.
Yeah, want me to clean your window?
What do you think about the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that.
I think many things about this movie. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's 3 of them. But, I mean, I kind of remember the last one. G.I. Joe and Captain America always get mixed up for me because they're both like...
You're a failure as a nerd.
I know. It's true. I can't even get my nerd license in like 50 states. But, yeah, I mean, it's...
Where are
It's
guys?
an action movie. I mean, where are the guys?
Yeah. Where's the others?
Cut to them jumping on top of the car. Oh God! What a world!
This is gonna be fun.
And the big bad guy, he lives on the third rock from the sun. He's that Robin bad guy. He looks like Robin at first, but then he's not Robin, and he's the bad guy. He's got the jaw thing, and he's like, oh big Cobra Commander. And there's another guy who's got like a metal face, but he didn't want to have that. And he's like all pissed about that. And there's another guy who's the president, but he's not really the president, but he is the president. And there's this other guy who's the Rock, that he's not in the first movie. And there's another guy who's the Bruce Willis, he's not in the first movie.
Who's that Joe guy that you said was the guy named Joe?
Oh, hey, Joe guys, that guy named Joe is Bruce Willis is that guy named Joe. His name isn't Bruce. It's Joe. Possibly he is G.I. Joe. Joe might be that guy's last name. His first name's like Gil Ivan Joe. He might be G.I. Joe. We don't know. He could be a real American hero.
I'm looking forward to it. The Rock always puts on an awesome performance. I don't remember hating the last one. A lot of people didn't like it, apparently. But I'm really optimistic for this one. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
That's right, folks. You heard it here. Optimism from the States.
Then there's this other guy who...
There's that French guy.
Oh, yeah. There's that French guy, and there's that black guy.
He's real big.
He's real big. He's like roadblock or something, because that's what he does. Like, all right, team, battle time, go. And he just lays down on the road, no one can leave.
That's true.
It's true.
I don't remember watching the first... Oh.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
He's
He does
supposed
that.
to save our lives in case of a fire.
Yeah.
Supposed to.
Welcome
but
to
will
America.
Like, I don't remember watching the first movie. I think it's been that long that I'm deprived cable, so I haven't even watched a trailer for this. The only thing I know is what I've been told.
So basically government propaganda that's been fed to her since she was young. You will watch G.I. Joe. You will like G.I. Joe.
And there were blue lasers, but there weren't any red lasers.
Oh,
I was
it turns out the only power they needed was knowledge. Because as we all know, knowledge is power. Okay, don't say it with me. Because as we all know...
That's not what they say. They say knowing is half the battle. Knowledge is power. Fucking reading Rainbow.
Is it?
Probably. It's not G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe says knowing is half the battle. If you knew that, it would have been half the battle. The other half is 25% blue lasers, 25% red lasers.
What was the movie with Debbie Moore? I want to say, I don't even know if it was G.I. Jane, but she shaved her head and she was like in an army.
G.I. Jane.
It's G.I. Jane, okay. See, that's what comes into mind.
So it's definitely going to be a better movie than that.
I hope so.
Okay. Yes.
But there weren't any red lasers in the first one. There were blue lasers and there were green robot bugs.
And there's this one guy who's real mad at Inspector Gadget. He's petting a cat. He's got a claw.
No, that's Inspector Gadget.
No, that's Dr. Claw.
No,
that's the one guy.
But he's from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Not G.I. Joe.
I'm aware.
And it's gonna ride again.
Don't choke. Oh my god.
One of the things I didn't like about the first one, and it's gonna be true about the second one too, is G.I. Joe is supposed to be the real American hero, but they got people that aren't Americans. Like the French guy, for example. I don't like that.
And the Moroccan.
And not that I don't like French people. French people are fine, but they have no business being real American heroes.
Okay, those that dislike the movie, go.
Movie sucked. It's real bad. Should have called it Retribution.
I'll come back to that.
First one was better. Classic sequel mishaps of not being anywhere near as good as the first one. Probably because it had nearly nothing to do with the first one.
Agreed. They should have brought a lot of the main characters from the first one back, I feel. The second one, it just was lackluster to me.
The like names attached to the first one, I think had much better. And cut. I think the first one had a lot better like higher end names. I mean, the second one, you know, we added Bruce Willis and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, but I think you lost a lot by not having a lot of the same recurring characters, and then also like even some side characters. Like Brendan Fraser was in the first one. Like that was a really big surprise and excitement to me the first time that I saw him on screen. Like
You mean all one lines that he got?
he got like 5. That's better than most of the other characters in the second one got.
it had its problems in the production stages. I remember it got pushed back for like, what, a year? It was supposed to come out like this time last year or something like that. And it had its problems and it was dead. It probably should have just stayed that way. And if whatever they had going the first time, maybe it would have worked if it had worked, but it didn't work, and neither did this movie.
The only one good thing that I can say that I liked about the sequel, other than the first one, is they took the lips off of Snake Eye's mask, which freaked me out in the first one. It was creepy, and I didn't like it, and they got it better. That's literally the only thing I liked better was lipless face mask.
The only thing I enjoyed was the rappelling, sliding down wires fight scene. It was like the only thing in that movie that I actually felt any excitement for.
Oh. And Destro fans, sorry.
You can't just put The Rock in a movie and expect it to be good. Sorry.
I do have to say, though, that as far as Cobra Commanders get up, also infinitely less creepy than the first one. So there was that. But also, Cobra Commander, not played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, which I know it's just dude in a helmet, but still, like, it didn't feel like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who I love.
Yeah, they did they even give him a spot in the credits?
Who?
Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. But,
yeah, I read it, but I read it to see who it was, and it was literally somebody I didn't recognize.
Yeah, and one positive thing I can say about this movie is it has shown me the light that Bruce Willis needs to replace Channing Tatum more often. Magic Mike 2. Let's see that Bruce Willie.
Alright, so for the people that were wrong about the movie.
Okay, first of all, the reason that this got held back as long as it did, it had nothing to do with the production itself, other than the fact that they were converting it over to 3D, so...
Which I want to talk about as well, because I forgot something about that. This movie had no business being in 3D. All the 3D is blurry shit 2 inches from the camera. You want to see blurry shoulders of senators? This is your film.
The one 3D thing that got me is I blinked when a bullet came at me. It's like, because I wasn't expecting it, because there's no other 3D. I just forget I had these glasses on. Because they got uncomfortable at a point because they weren't serving any purpose. If they had been serving a purpose, I could stand the squeezing on my eyes and crap. But no, the entire way through the movie, no real big 3D thing happened, and then all of a sudden, poof, and I blinked, and that was it.
Of course, we all know about my misgivings about 3D, so that really doesn't bother me. But I can see why it would bother you, Josh.
Yeah.
Because you're
I
hyper
always talk about
3D.
the 3D
Yes.
things.
The Snake Eyes thing, yeah, the lips actually didn't really bother me that much, but I do prefer the faceless mask, so that is always a plus. The first movie to me just didn't really feel very G.I. Joe-esque to me. I mean, you had Duke, you had Snake Eyes, you had Scarlet, you had somebody sort of kind of like Cobra Commander. I'm sorry, I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but that wasn't Cobra Commander. It just wasn't to me. This Cobra Commander feels so much more like Cobra Commander. Not just in the mask, just how he acts. And I'm actually glad that he didn't have the Cobra voice.
I was about to say that.
Okay.